Welcome to this video lecture. Myself Atul Kumar, working as a assistant professor in Department of Computer Science, Rajiv Gandhi Memorial, Government College, Jogindanagar. This video lecture is about Boolean algebra. So, Boolean algebra was developed by a mathematician George Boole in between 1815 to 1864. So, basically, it is described as a algebra of logic or an algebra of two values, and that these two values are true or false. The term logic means a statement having a binary decision that is true or false. This means yes or no. So different kinds of applications of Boolean algebra in computer architecture we have. So it is used to perform a logical operations in digital computer. So with the help of Boolean algebra we can perform a logical operations in digital computers. In digital computers, true basically represent 1 and false basically represent 0. So Boolean algebra contains basic operators, and these basic operators are and, or, and not. So operations are performed by these basic operators, and in case of Boolean algebra, dot is the symbol that is used for the representation of and plus is the symbol that is used for the representation of or. So these are some there are some basic laws of Boolean algebra. The first law is properties of 0. So when we just odd 0 with a, the result is a, and 0 dot a, that is when we just ended a 0 with some variable, Boolean variable, the result is 0. Similarly, we have a property of 1, and it says when we just odd 1 with a, then the result with is a 1, and when we just AND 1 with any variable, Boolean variable, then the result is that Boolean variable. The next law is commutative law, and in this law the variable order does not matter in this law. For example, this law says a plus b is equal to b plus a, means the whether it is written in this form or it is written in this form, the result is same, and these the result of these can be just validated with the help of drawing a truth table for these two, a plus b and b plus a. Similarly, we have a dot b, that is a and b, and is equal to b and a. The next important law in case of Boolean algebra is associative law, and in case of associative law, the order of operations doesn't matter if the priority of variables are same. So this law says, in the bracket a plus b bracket close plus c is equal to a plus b. So the here the role of bracket or the order of bracket doesn't matter. Similarly, we have a dot b dot c is equal to a dot b dot c. So this is basically a associative law in which the order of operation doesn't matter. Similarly, we have distributive law, and this law governs the opening of the brackets. So we have a dot b plus c, that is a is distributed equally in between b and c, so it is equal to a dot b plus a dot c. Similarly, we have a plus b dot c is equal to a is equally distributed in between b and c, so it is equal to a plus b in brackets and a plus c in the bracket. Similarly, the next law is identity law or idempotent law. It is also known as idempotent law, and this law states that a plus a is equal to a and a dot a is equal to a. The next law is absorption or redundance law, and it involves the absorbing the similar variable. Similarly, we have in this a plus ab is equal to a, we have a variable a, and here we have this variable a, so it is observing this similar variable and the result is a. Similarly we have a in the bracket a plus b, so the result is a. The next law is the complementary law, and in case of or a x or x dash, that is the complement of x, it is always equal to 1, and x and x complement, it is always equal to 0. Similarly we have another law, involution law, and that this means that the double complement of any variable, it always equal to the that variable. Next we have a De Morgan's theorem, and it contains two theorems. The first theorem is the complement of two or more variables when they are odd together is same as the complements of each input when they are ended together. So mathematically it is x plus y, the whole complement is equal to x complement and y complement. The second theorem states that complement of two or more variables when they are ended together is same as the complements of each inputs when they are odd together. For example, x dot or x and y का whole complement is equal to x complement or y complement. So this is the proof of first theorem and the second theorem. So first theorem states that complement whole complement of a and x and y is equal to x complement or y and y complement. So here we have a and b का whole complement is equal to a complement dot b complement. So firstly we take the value of a variable, then we take the value of b variable. So there are four combinations for this: 0 and 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. So a plus b, that is a or b. So a or b, for 0 and 0 the result is 0, 0 and 1 the result is 1, 1 and 0, 1 or 0 is 1, 1 or 1 is also 1. When we are now a or b का whole complement, when we just complement these values, the result is 1, here 0, here 0 and here 0. Now we have to just take into consideration a bar. So what is a bar? The a is 0, here a bar is 1, a is 0, a bar is 1, 1 is complemented to 0. Similarly we have the b bar and b bar, the result is here. And when we just um, and together a complement and b complement, so 1 and 1 the result is 1, 1 and 0 the result is 0, 0 and 1 the result is 0, 0 or 0 the result is 0. Now if we look into this column a bar dot b bar and a plus b bar, the result is same, hence left hand side is equal to right hand side, hence the theorem is proved. Similarly we have a second theorem, and in the second theorem a and b का whole complement is equal to a complement or b complement. The same formula we have to apply on this. Firstly we have to just calculate a dot b, then we have to just calculate a dot b bar, then we have to calculate a bar, then b bar, and just contain we have to just calculate a bar plus b bar, and then we have to compare this a bar plus b bar with this a dot b ka whole bar, and here we can see the result is same, hence the second theorem left hand side is equal to the right hand side, hence the second theorem is proved. So in this way you can just prove other important laws or theorems of Boolean algebra with the help of truth table, similar as that of we have proved this De Morgan's theorem. Next we have a principle of duality. So this principle states that every algebraic expression uh, deducible from the law of Boolean algebra remain valid if the operators and the identity elements are valid. That is, if we change plus sign with dot sign and dot sign with plus sign, and 0 is changed with 1 and 1 is changed with 0, then that algebraic expression becomes also valid or remains also valid. So if we change the plus sign with dot, dot with plus, 0 with 1 and 1 with 0, then algebraic expression that is formed by changing these operations or operators, the that algebraic expression is also valid. So the laws which obey duality principle are called as duality laws. And for example, suppose we have x is equal to a bar plus b dot b bar plus c bar. So if it is true, then just change variable with the bar. So we change x with x bar. Here we have a bar, so it is changed to a. We have a plus operator here, so it is changed with dot. We have a b variable, so it is changed with b bar. We have a symbol dot, so it is changed with plus. And we have b here b bar, so it is changed to b. We have a symbol plus, so it is changed to dot operator. We have a symbol or variable c bar, it is changed to c. So this is also true. And how we can validate or how we can find this is true also, just create a truth table for this and also create a truth table for this. You can see the same values and the same results you can see for x and x bar. Similarly, when a plus a bar is equal to 1 is a valid equation, then a dot a bar is equal to 0 is also a valid equation. Next we have the representation of Boolean expression. So Boolean expressions can be represented in two forms, either in SOP, that is sum of product form, or POS, that is product of sum form. So for example, this one is a sum of products. We have a sum and we have a product. So sum of products of is this form is a sum of products, and we have a product of sum. So both these are SOP and POS, but they are not in the standard SOP and POS. So firstly we must know what is standard SOP. So what is standard SOP and POS, that is sum of products and products of sum. If all the literals that is with or without var that has been used in the Boolean expressions must be in each terms of a Boolean expression. So for example, let us consider this Boolean expression. This is a sum of product form, and in this product form we have three variables. One is a, other is b, and other is c. So what is the definition of standard form of a sum of products? So it must contains all the literals with or without var in each terms. So here we have three literals a, b, and c. So each terms must contains all the literals. So it a, b, we have three literals. This terms must contains a, b, c. This term also must contain ABC, and this terms must contains ABC either in complement form or either in non-complemented form. But here the condition is not true. So the C literal is the mission in the first term AB, B is the mission in the second term AC, and A is the mission in the third term BC. That is why this expression AB plus AC plus BC is not in the standard SOP, that is canonical SOP form. So next question arises, how we can convert this SOP into a standard SOP. So next we have a question, and we have just a question: f is equal to ab plus ac plus bc canonical standard SOP, that is standard SOP. We have to convert this SOP into a standard SOP. So the solution is that firstly we have to write this AB plus AC plus BC, then we have to just or with 1, or ended this with 1, a, because a dot 1 is equal to a, and this one is the law, Boolean law, that we have studied earlier. This one, a dot 1 is equal to a, that is the property of 1. So here we just added or in every case. Next we have to just convert, we need here c, so c plus c var or c plus c var is equal to 1. So this is also a Boolean expression, Boolean theorem. And what is that Boolean theorem? I think this one is that Boolean theorem, complementary law. This one is a complementary law, and complementary law state x plus x var is equal to 1. So here c plus c var is equal to 1. Similarly, in this case, in the second case, we need b. So here we added b plus b bar. In the third case, we need a. So we have added a plus a bar multiply by bc. Next, we have opened this brackets. So ABC plus ABC bar plus AB C plus AB bar C. In the next case, we have A B C plus A bar B C. Now here we have to just remove, in the next step we have to just remove the duplicate terms, and here we have ABC 3 times. One is here, second is here, and third is here. So just we remove those two duplicate ABCs. So the result is ABC plus ABC bar plus A bar C plus A bar C. So this is in the canonical standard as sum of product form. Next next we have a question, and in this question we have canonical uh, POS, that is product of sum form. And in canonical product of sum forms, we have just we have to convert this a plus b bracket a plus c in the canonical product of sum form. So firstly we write this, and again we have just use c dot c var, because c dot c var is 1 here, as we need here the c variable. In the next bracket we need b variable, so just we have added b dot b bar. In the next step we have just distributed this a plus b with c and c bar. So this one is a distribution law, a plus b plus c dot a plus b plus c bar. In the next step, in the next term we have a plus b plus c, and in next term we have a plus b bar plus c. So this one is basically the distributed law. In the next step we have to just remove the duplicates, and here we have only one duplicate, and the duplicate is a plus b plus c dot the next term is a plus b plus c bar, next term is a plus b bar plus c. So this is in the form of standard POS, that is product of sum form. Next we have a terms, two terms, one is min term and other is max term. So in case of min terms, each individual canonical, that is standard sum of product term is called as min term. For example, uh, For example, here ABC plus A bar A B C bar plus A B bar C plus A bar C B C. This one is one min term, this one is another min term, this one is another min term. So all the terms in standard sum of products are called as min terms. Similarly, we have a max terms, and max terms are basically the sum of all the literals with or without var within the Boolean expression. So each term in this product of sum, canonical product of sum form is a max term. So this one is first max term, this one is second max term, and this one is another max term. So min terms are basically individual terms in uh, canonical sum of product form, and max terms are basically individual or sum of all the literals within the standard product of sum form. So thanks for watching this video lecture.